with what's going on now, I mean, obviously you've got your equipment company, it's doing well, and you mentioned something to me before we got on the call, the recording started. You were talking about making disciples
Mm,
in your business, not just running ethically, not just
mm,
using your money wisely, and
mm,
not just treating people well, but
mhm,
making disciples. Talk a little bit about that and what you've learned, because you're doing it in another country, of course, from where I am.
mm,
It's
yeah,
it's a Hispanic culture, which you
mhm,
grew up in, but it's not Uruguay. It's Spain. It's a different place, and you're
yeah,
doing it there. Talk to us a little bit about that, because I think one of the criticisms that gets leveled at Business's Mission and B4T is that
mhm,
we're too much business and too little
mm,
transformation, too little
yeah,
discipleship, and which I disagree with totally. But
yeah,
but people will say, well, how do you make disciples in business? How do you do it? How's God
yeah.
led you in that?
Well, one of the things that really, let me begin just a couple of steps before that. One of the things that really changed everything for me, it was to completely understand the theology of work. When you understand the theology of work and you understand abodah in Genesis 2:15, that
Hmm.
abodah means work, service, and worship. That means that as you work, you service God and you worship God. To understand that, really position myself to say, okay, Lord, the years I'm investing to growing my business is worship in your eyes. I'm
Hmm.
worshiping in your eyes. Doesn't matter if those years I am preaching in a pulpit or just opening the business in front of your eyes, it is completely the same.
Hmm.
So to understand the theology of work helped me a lot to understand that God is building foundation through work to help you to later do other things that you cannot do before, but things that you only can do working. So saying on that, in open, we challenge people to hire non-believers so those non-believers can be the people who really can be walking in your side and seeing God at work.
Hmm.
Because it's not, and even it's not about conversions, because we count a lot conversions, but many times we don't count about the discipleship process.
Hmm.
And Jesus is sending us to make disciples, not conversions. That means that discipleships begin when a no believer, because of a relationship with you, because of the dialogue, the friendship with you, because the interaction is beginning to accept biblical values as a realities in their life, even salvation is not coming yet,
Hmm.
even conversion is not there, but they're accepting the biblical values in their life. That is discipleship. And what really helped me a lot, is the Engel Scale. Maybe you hear about
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
That is amazing. That was a game changer for me because it was so, because of course, people in America, people in Latin America, they ask you, oh, how many conversions you have in your church? How many conversions? Say, come on, do not ask me for that.
Yeah.
Here I'm working, I'm trying to do my best to reach people. I'm not Holy Spirit, you moving their heart to God. When I got the Engel scale, that helped me a lot. Basically, Engel scale say, okay, this is -8, which is no understanding of God and Jesus at all. Here's -7, -6, -5, blah, blah, blah. To 0, when people in 0, they have the full understanding of who Jesus is and the opportunity to say yes or no to Jesus. And
Hmm.
if they say yes, it's an other scale +8, where they're coming, to a fruitful believer, multiplying all that. So
Hmm.
God told me, Mauricio, your focus has to be moving people from -8 to -7, from -7 to -6. So basically, that is what I celebrate. That
Hmm.
is what I celebrate. So long story short, we have more than 5, 6 employees with the academy and my business of people non-believers, and we're investing our
Yeah.
life in there. We are showing Christ in a relevant way to them. Of course, I have unchurched people coming to my church that I am opening, but of course, I'm giving them my best love, my pastoral care, everything as I can, the best I can. But I know there is a unique task that I have to do with my employees. They don't know me as a pastor in Sunday in the church. They know me as a boss in daily basis.
Yeah.
That's a completely other mentality. The way I speak Jesus in a known religious lingo.
Yeah.
You know, how I show them many things. One of my employees, the husband of one of my employees, he is Turkish. So I have been developing a relationship with him. I've been, learning to drink their coffee, inviting him to the barbecues. I have a barbecue outreach strategy. That's, we Uruguayans were well known better than Argentinians about, barbecue. It's a whole thing. Let me tell you, the only thing that I'm really good with these hands is to do barbecues. So you are
Well,
more than welcome to visit me.
I'm going to be in Argentina soon, and I'll tell them you said that. Because the Argentinians think they're best at everything.
Yeah, yeah. We fight always with
I
Argentinians.
know.
We tease one each other about that.